Police K9 South are trained to obey every command, but what happens when one refuses? That's what stunned Officer Miller on an otherwise quiet afternoon. His partner, a loyal German shepherd named Rex, suddenly defied an order pulling him toward an abandoned alleyway. At first it seemed like a distraction, but what Rex found inside would save a life and uncover a truth no one was prepared for. Officer Daniel Miller had worked with Rex for 5 years. Rex wasn't just a K9 partner, he was family. Together, they'd tracked down missing people, sniffed out drugs, and even prevented a major accident once. Rex had never failed an order, never, not once. But on this day, something felt wrong. Miller noticed it the moment they stepped out of the patrol car. Rex wasn't his usual calm self. He was alert, restless. His nose twitched, his ears perked, his tail stiffened. He was sensing something. Miller gave him the usual command, heel, but Rex ignored it. He pulled hard, dragging Miller toward an alley that led behind an abandoned warehouse. Miller frowned. The place was scheduled for demolition. No one was supposed to be there. "What is it, boy?" Miller muttered, loosening the leash slightly. And then Rex barked. Once, twice, then again, louder, more urgent than Miller had ever heard. Miller hesitated. Standard protocol was clear: you don't enter abandoned areas alone. But Rex wasn't giving him a choice. The dog lunged toward the alley, claws scraping the pavement. "Rex, stop," Miller commanded. But Rex didn't stop. He growled, staring into the darkness like something or someone was waiting. Miller radioed for backup. Unit 47 requesting support at the old Jefferson warehouse. Possible disturbance. But before he could finish his call, Rex broke free. Miller cursed and ran after him. The alley smelled of rust, old garbage, and something else, something faintly metallic. Blood. Miller's heart pounded. He reached for his flashlight, scanning the shadows. Rex. Then he heard it. A sound, soft, fragile, almost too quiet to be real, a whimper. Rex was crouched beside a dumpster, his head low, whining. And that's when Miller saw her. A little girl, barely 8 years old. She was slumped against the cold brick wall, pale and weak. Her clothes were torn, one shoe missing, dried blood on her knees. Her lips trembled as she whispered, "Help, please." Miller froze. His training kicked in check for danger first. But there was no one else, just the girl. He knelt beside her. "Hey, you're safe now." But she shook her head, tears streaking her dirt-covered face. No, he's coming back." Miller's stomach tightened. "Who's coming back?" he asked, gently. But before she could answer, they weren't alone. Rex growled, his ears pinned back, his body tense. Miller stood, his hand instinctively on his holster. The door to the warehouse creaked open wider. A shadow moved. Then another. A man stepped out, tall, heavy, his face hidden under a hood. He froze when he saw Miller and the girl. Miller's voice was firm. "Police, don't move." But the man didn't listen. He turned and bolted back inside the warehouse. Miller had two choices: chase the suspect or stay with the injured girl. But Rex, he didn't wait for orders. With a bark that echoed through the alley, he sprinted after the man. Inside the warehouse, Rex was relentless. His growls echoed through the hollow building. The man tried to climb a set of stairs, but Rex leaped, catching his pant leg, dragging him down with sheer force. By the time Miller arrived, the suspect was pinned to the ground, trembling as Rex bared his teeth inches from his throat. Miller cuffed the man. "You're under arrest." Backup arrived minutes later. As they searched the warehouse, what they found was worse than anyone expected. A hidden room. Inside were photos, clothes, and a list of names. And among those names was the little girl Miller had just rescued. It wasn't just an abduction. It was part of something bigger. Within hours, federal agents swarmed the warehouse. The man Rex called was wanted in 3 states for child trafficking. The girl was rushed to the hospital. Miller visited her the next day. She smiled weakly when she saw Rex. "He saved me," she whispered. And she was right. If Rex hadn't refused to obey, if he hadn't sensed her cries for help, she might have been lost forever. Federal agents later told Miller that the warehouse was a front for a larger network. Because of Rex, they were able to rescue 2 more children that same night. K9 South are more than just police dogs. They're heroes. Rex didn't follow an order that day because he followed something stronger: instinct, loyalty, and a heart that knew someone needed saving. 2 weeks later, Rex was awarded the Medal of Bravery, and as he stood proudly beside his handler, the rescued girl hugged him tightly, whispering, "Thank you." Heroes have a pause. If you believe dogs are true heroes, share Rex's story. And remember, every paw print can lead to hope.